Hello. Sorry, I was turning off my digital pen. Welcome to a little late night meditation. It's been a while. Let me adjust myself. I don't feel like I'm right on top of the thing. Welcome. For those of you that are watching the recording, I appreciate your patience while I just give it a few minutes to see if anybody's joining me live. Hi, Amy. Thanks for joining. We're going to do a little meditation tonight. I have been seeing in my, I have a couple people live with me. Thanks for joining. I have been seeing in my memories all of these late night meditations that I used to do. There was one the other day of when I was down in the creek. Apparently an owl swooped over me in the middle of the meditation when I was doing the live meditation in the middle of the creek. So I'm like, you know what? I need to get back to those. However, let's do it inside where the owls won't swoop over top of me. And the environment's a little more protective. 9 o'clock works for me to do some of these meditations. Hello, Diane, how are you? My thing was in the way, I couldn't figure it out. I think that 9 o'clock is a good time at night to do a little meditation because in most houses, I think that everything is starting to settle down a little bit. It may not be 9 o'clock where you are. You may be watching the replay and it's in the morning. Wherever this finds you, welcome to a little meditation. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that any of the tips, tricks, or ideas, or anything we talk about in any of these lives or during my services are meant for spiritual entertainment and enlightenment purposes only. And if you have any physical or mental health concerns, please seek a physical or mental health professional. And let it be what it needs to be. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and just allow it to be what it needs to be. For today's meditation, I think we're going to work a little bit about bringing love back to ourselves and bringing our energy back to ourselves. The idea of coming back to ourselves on a Sunday before we move into Monday always feels like a good thing. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. I got a couple ideas, but I also love to leave the meditation open so that it flows. So how is everybody doing tonight? How was your week? If you could describe, hello? The thing is right in the middle of the names. Alonzo, thank you for watching. My iPad holder is right where all the names pop on and say who's watching. So I don't really know who's watching. I would love to know if there is one word that you could describe your week. What would you describe your week as? If you could pick one word to describe your week, what would it be? Hello, thank you for commenting. This way I know I have, people can comment. I appreciate it. And I do have some music playing in the background. Anybody that's listening, can you let me know if you can hear this music? Apologize. I do not speak Spanish. I don't have. I don't know if that's Spanish or Italian. I apologize, but I do not speak that language, so I cannot reply. But let's do a little meditation. So I encourage you when you're doing your meditation to find a comfortable space. If you are new to meditation or meditation is a challenge for you and you want to really work towards a true meditation experience. Hi, Tricia, thanks for joining. Then I encourage you to find a space that can be quieter and more calm. If you are not interested in a true Zen meditation experience, then you don't have to necessarily do this in the typical meditative manner. You can listen to this meditation while you walk. You can listen to this meditation while you do dishes. You can keep your eyes open, have a journal in front of you, and journal through the meditation. That can be a really good meditative process, to have a piece of paper or a journal in front of you and just listen and write down everything that comes to mind. Kind of let your mind unfold on the paper. I have a lot of people that enjoy doing that. And I think sometimes when our mind is more active, that seems to benefit us a little more. So don't judge your experience, just be opening to witnessing your experience. And if you decide somewhere along the way through any of the videos that I'm offering that you are interested in finding some help with meditation or with energy work to help you find a little bit of the inner peace and inner connection, I would love to support you in that. Just let me know. Can you tell me, Trisha, can you hear the music that I have playing in the background? If it's more obnoxious than good, I'll turn it off. Okay. I do have a deck of cards with me that we might pull one or two at the end. It's the Power of Thought cards from Louise Hay. Yes, you can hear it. Okay, perfect. The music that I actually have playing for our meditation today is Chris Callens off of indiemusicbox.com. I enjoy his music. It's my go-to soundtrack. Sounds, oh my God, I'm gonna move this so I can actually read. Sounds nice. Perfect. Okay. There we go. That helps. My holder is right in the words. Okay. So let's get started. Thank you for those that have been hanging around watching the replay, waiting for this to start. I'm gonna mark. Okay. So what I'll have you do is I'll have you find, if you're able to safely, find a comfortable space that you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and give yourself permission to settle in for the night, for this meditation. We're just going to take a minute to kind of experience where we are, experience what we're feeling. I feel like a lot of people have had a bit of an intense week. I've heard of a lot of people talking about their week and how it's been intense. So we're just going to let some of our week fall behind us and bring our body and our mind and our awareness to our present self. Close your eyes and listen to the environment around you. What are the sounds of the space that you're in? Are there lots of sounds? Not just you. Are there just a few soft sounds? How about aromas? Are the aromas sweet or salty, maybe more earthy or herbally? Now we're going to bring our awareness a little bit closer to us. And I want you to be aware of your physical self in the space that you're in. Be aware of the chair or the cushions that support you. Maybe of the blankets that cover you if you have blankets on you. How about your muscles and your tendons and your joints? Where is your tension residing in your body? Can you give it permission to relax? Is your mind super active, or can you settle it down little by little? in general, giving your mind permission to relax. Allow your breath to settle in to a smooth, slightly deeper than usual rhythm. Let this rhythm also give you permission to relax. We're going to bring your focus into your legs, into your feet. And as you breathe, I want you to allow this area of your body to relax, to ease the tension, and to release any pent-up energy. Imagine that the energy is leaving through your feet, washing out of your legs. Settling and dissipating any tension. Almost melting into the cushions underneath you. Witness what you see, what you feel, and what you imagine as we allow the tension to wash from your body. We're going to move your awareness a little further up the body and be aware of the base of your body, your lower back, your hips, your lower abdomen, and all the organs inside. And as you breathe, give permission for this part of your body to relax, to release the tension sitting there. Allowing all that's been stored and pent up in that area to wash away. And let that part of you melt away, being held by the furniture underneath you. Imagine what it would look like as it washed away. Letting the tension go, keeping you focused on you in this space at this moment. breathing smoothly and slightly deeper than usual. Celebrating the flow as you release the tension from your body. And we're going to move up further, focusing on the center of your body, right around your belly button, the middle of your back and your stomach, all of the areas that make up the core of your body. And I want you to give permission for that area of your body to relax. To release the tension or the stress or the emotions you've been holding in those areas. Allowing them to wash away as you sink even deeper, being held by the cushions underneath you and by the vibe of this meditation. Recognizing the tensions that no longer serve you, that you get to let melt away. Imagining what this energy and stress would look like as it melts away. What words or colors melt away from you as you settle into this space even deeper. And we're going to move up even further, being aware of your chest, of your heart space, everything above your belly button. Your upper back and your shoulders, your collarbones, and by now you know the rhythm. You're going to let it ease any tension in this area of your body and give yourself permission to relax. Let your shoulders settle in, releasing the weight of the world that you've been carrying on them. Feeling the tension that you've been holding in your heart melt away. And we're going to move even further. And we're going to focus on your neck and your lower jaw. Everything right around where your back meets your neck, your throat, your jaws, just below your ears. Allow this area of your body to relax. Allow the tension to melt away. Maybe your neck even feels a little longer at this point. Trust that you get to relax and settle into this space even deeper. Letting all the words that you didn't say, or all the words that you did say, melt away. No longer important. All that matters now is you and settling into this space. Allow your breath to melt away any tension left in this space. Now we're going to move up to your head, to your forehead, to the nape of your neck, to your crown, to your mind, to your facial muscles. Allow everything in your head to relax and melt away. We hold a lot more tension in this area than we think. Maybe you take a slightly deeper breath and release all of the thoughts that no longer serve you. Giving your mind permission to settle in. Allow your scalp to relax. Allow the muscles all around your head to relax and to release. Giving your forehead permission to unfurl. Allowing your cheeks to settle in. Melting away the last of the stress that your body was holding. And with the release of this stress and the relaxation of your body, I want you to bring your hands to your heart. And as you feel your heart and your breath, I want you to allow the affirmation, divine love, to flow through your mind, pairing with the flow of your breath. Divine love. Allow this action to give you permission to receive this love. Divine love. Divine love. As you receive this divine love, allow yourself to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. One, to give you permission to receive the love. And another, to bring your awareness back to your body and to your mind. Becoming aware of your physical self a little bit more with each flow of the breath. Allowing your mind and your energy to be grounded within your body. Bringing you back to the space that we started in with our meditation today. Allowing your eyes to open up, your feet to move a little bit, waking you up from this meditation. Take a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel physically? How do you feel emotionally? What are two things that stick out the most to you within this meditation experience? And I would love for you to share in the comments if you're interested. I have a few things I would like to share. One of the things that I have to say is I'm actually rather excited to sit and listen to this later and to have this as a tool for the coming week. I think that this is something, when I started out this meditation, I wasn't expecting it to be so physical. I wasn't expecting it to have so much physical awareness. That but it felt as we moved through it that it was important that we start recognizing the tension we're holding in our bodies and allowing ourselves moments like this to release that tension. I'm not seeing anybody's comments. If anybody has any comments that you are leaving me and I don't see them, I will address them afterwards. I don't always see them. Sometimes they stop on my iPad. You can also leave some reactions as well. Oh, I'm throwing my cards around here. So the card that flew out, life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. I'm working on a response. I love it. Thank you, Trisha. And anybody that is watching this now or on replay, if you don't want to share in a public live like this, you can always message me afterwards. The first thing I thought when I saw this card was, for so many people, life was not simple and easy this past week. But I love the note that it gets to be simple and easy as we move into the week. And I think it gets to be, I think it's important for us to bring ourselves, it's definitely a doozy. I think it's important for us to bring ourselves back to our physical presence, back to our physical body. Sorry, I'm like right on the camera. Because we can get so, if we deposit a little bit of ourselves with every interaction, if we deposit a little bit of our energy in all that we do throughout the day, how much of ourselves are we leaving tacked out into the world? Even just in our thoughts, if we think about what we need to do for work, or we think about what we need to do tomorrow, or we think about what we need to do for the kids, or family, or the dog, or our lawn, whatever it is, even the exciting stuff, the fun stuff, it still takes a piece of our energy. So when we allow moments like this where we can bring ourselves back to our physical presence, feel our feet, feel our legs, feel our heart, I really think it's one of those things we don't realize how much tension we're holding on to until we start allowing ourselves the moments to recognize it and breathe through it. Admittedly, with a lot of my meditations, they have a tendency to go more spiritual, more energetic, more emotional. And I think that it's important for us to allow that physical awareness. And I'm actually inspired now to set up a virtual body, mind, relaxation, and reflection group meditation for later in this week. So either later in this week or early the following week. So stay tuned for that. We're going to plan something. We're going to do something virtually. And we're going to do something like this, only deeper, where we can explore things a little bit deeper. So, Trisha says, very emotional. Feeling it come up tonight too. Oh, but release my tension. Look like chipping away at dried wax. Oh, I saw a deep purple color. Okay, so I love all of that for you. I love the acknowledgement of your very emotional week, because that's very empowering to recognize the emotions and not just recognize the situations. When you can it feels to me powerful to recognize the emotions of it all. Those emotions are coming up for a reason. And it feels like a lot of people this week have been addressed with emotions that they thought they were done with. Like emotions and processes and patterns that were like, holy crap, we're here again. Why are we back in this space? It's okay to recognize those emotions. It's powerful to seek help to filter through them. That benefits your well-being, mind, body, and soul. I love the notion of chipping away at dried wax. I think that's important. The image of it, the chipping away, it's like the candle has stopped burning and now it's harder and now we want to get rid of it. It's almost like when you have that wax on your finger and you want to break through, but the beautiful part about that is you're breaking through it. It's not still around you, you're breaking through it, which is really powerful. And that deep purple like automatically I see this like white candle wax that's you're breaking through, and this deep purple comes out from within. That deep purple can honor a couple of things. I swear to God, I thought somebody was walking in the door right next to me. That deep purple honors a richness in a higher awareness. That notion that you're connecting to a higher understanding of what you're going through. So you're taking the emotions that you felt, you're chipping away at what's been holding you back, and you're opening up to understanding things in a higher idea or higher awareness in a broader perspective. But deep purple also connects us to plum. Plum is often what we think of when we talk about deep purple. That's what comes up first is plum. And plum to me always symbolizes overcoming our challenges, and that we get to add that self-love into the more shadowy darkness that we feel, and we get to break through and experience some of that richness. I love that. Thank you, Trisha. You say, which is actually interesting because I've been drawn to amethyst lately. See, amethyst is very much a crown chakra stone, and it reminds us to keep our mind open, to clear our mind, and to embrace higher awareness. So I love that. Very cool. Thank you very much for sharing, Trisha. And see, that's Trisha sharing so openly. I love experiences like that, where we get to allow ourselves to witness through the meditation process, even in something like this, as physical as it is. If you don't have a tendency to experience things in images and colors like myself or like Trisha does, and you just have, you know what, I noticed I have a lot of tension in my knees. Sometimes there's some symbolism there that we can tap into. Obviously, it is very important to take care of your well-being and your physical and mental health, so always seek a physical or mental health professionals for any physical or mental health concerns. But sometimes I think it's good to explore what comes up in these meditations so we can understand ourselves energetically a little better. I had to laugh because right before I went live, my dog flying all over the house. I'm like, you need to settle down or you're gonna have to go in your crate because you can't do this during my meditation. And now, if I could show you, he's like flat out on the footrest right over here, fully asleep. So I love that he completely vibed in. And I don't know if you could hear it, but 3 times through the meditation, he took these deep sighing breaths, and I felt like it was just at the point where it was perfect that we relaxed. It was like he recognized the levels of relaxation that we hit. One in the beginning to give us permission to do the meditation. One halfway through to acknowledge that we can release more of this tension. And then one at the end to be like, okay, I'm fully zen now. So I love that they get that. You know what I mean? It's really important to listen to the environment around us, I think, sometimes like that. So anyway, one of the things that came up, especially in the legs and the feet, was like one of the colors that felt like it was releasing was like a mucky mud color. And it felt like we were freeing ourselves from what we've been stuck in for a while. Kind of stuck in the mud, we feel like we can't quite move. I felt like we were freeing ourselves from that. And actually the notion of a lotus comes to mind, because a lotus grows out of the mud, grows out of the murky stuff. So definitely some release there. And I think this is a great meditation to practice. So if you have the ability to revisit it through the week, it's a great thing to do, because I think it helps us recognize where we hold our tension. So often I don't think we realize how tense we are until we work on actively settling down. And it's like, okay, I'm relaxed. Oh wait, no, I'm relaxed more now, and we recognize, oh, I hold most of my tension in my knees. I hold most of my tension in my shoulders, or I hold most of my tension in that one little area right here in my back, wherever it is. And when you do this on a regular, not only are you releasing that tension, but you are acknowledging where you hold that tension. If you follow the chakras at all, sometimes that can offer a little insight as well. Very cool. And the love, the divine love at the end, giving ourselves some divine love at the end felt very good. It felt very powerful. And if you don't have time to do the whole meditation, an activity that you can do is you can give yourself 2 or 3 slow, deeper cleansing breaths to calm your mind and bring yourself back to your body. And then you can hold your heart like we did at the end and just breathe in divine and let out love. Kind of breathe in that divine love with the rhythm of your breath and allow yourself, kind of give yourself some love for a few moments. I love that. Quieting our body allows us to be more in tune with our thoughts and emotions. Yes, absolutely. And it also helps us connect to our spiritual self. Our thoughts, our emotions, our spiritual self. It's funny because a lot of people do get into meditation for more of that spiritual connection. But we expect ourselves to be able to take 2 deep breaths, sit down, and boom, we're connected. And our body and our mind are very active and full of a lot of tension. And they get in the way of us making that connection to our emotional wisdom and our thought patterns and that spiritual self. So that's a very great point, Tricia. Thank you. Absolutely. And in general, more in tune with our whole self. I wanted to ask if anybody else, when you held your heart, were you gentle with it or were you like grasping it? Because I found like I was holding on my heart like it was gonna fall out or something. And I often wondered if that meant that felt like we were holding on for dear life at times this week, kind of keeping our heart in place. I don't know if anybody that watches this felt that or not, but maybe it was just me. Gentle. I love that you were gently holding your heart. It's like I was keeping mine from falling out. Apparently I can't keep my cards from falling out. Okay. We're going to leave those down there, and then we'll finish off with one last card to inspire us as we move into our week ahead. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining. We are just finishing up our meditation, so I encourage you to rewatch from the beginning. We did some really great relaxation for our body so that we can bring love back to ourselves. And we're going to finish off with a Power of Thought card by Louise Hay. So when it's done, Deborah, go back to the beginning and rewatch. And if you know of anybody that could benefit from this kind of activity, feel free to share the video with them. If I can support you in any of these services at all, or any of these techniques, please feel free. We can customize a meditation for you. We can add energy work into it or make it a spiritual journey. I would love to connect with you. And you can go to the link in my bio in the Unique Beauty and Meditation page. I have a link there now, and it has all of the details of how you can connect with me and support me so that we can keep doing this kind of stuff. So, okay, let's pull a card. Okay, I've got 2 in mind. Oh, this one and this one. I've got one on the left, one on the right. Pick left or right and we'll pull whatever one's most popular. Sounds great. Awesome. I think I was holding some energy in my throat tonight. Left. Okay, left's the first one. Automatically, the first thing I see when I pull this card out is stars. And stars to me represent possibilities. There's as many divine possibilities as there are stars in the sky. And the individual here is reaching for them. Like to the point that that's what sticks out most. I apologize, there's a bit of a glare. I will post a picture of these as well. But like there's stars here, and she's actually got a net that she's catching them with. And it says, "My week is deeply fulfilling." Love that. See, already we've got good vibes. Oh, left. See, Deborah agrees, left. Already we've got good vibes for the week ahead. So I feel like we're leaving last week behind us and we're moving forward, trusting that this week is going to fulfill us in a whole new way. Okay. I'm going to put this over here so I can read it because it's getting a little dark in here. Today, I give my best to that which I do, knowing that when one experience is completed, I'm led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. Okay, 2 things I want to unpack with this. One of the things that automatically sticks out with me with this is I give my best to that which I decide to do, that which I do. I love that it's reminding us that when you choose to do something that you can give your best to. And if you can't dedicate your full self and be the best you can at it, then it's okay to choose differently if you need to. But be present in the work that you do, whether it's the work for yourself or whether it's the work that you're putting out in the world. Do your best within both, the work you do for yourself and the work you do for your world, and allow balance without having to do it all. It gives us permission to set boundaries where we need. And then that part about knowing that when one experience is complete, I move into even more fulfilling experiences. So the idea that you get to, I love you, good night. The idea that there's a completion. It kind of feels like we're talking about a little bit of a completion. We're moving from one way of doing things into another way of doing things. And whether that's actually a specific movement, maybe you're moving from one job to another, or you're starting one project, ending one project and moving to another, or maybe you're ending one project or something is ending and you don't know quite what the other is yet. Trust that it's there. Trust that no matter what happens, as you complete one, there is more waiting for you. There is more possibilities that are ready for you to grab onto them. You just have to trust that they're there. And sometimes we want that next experience to be there in order to give us permission to release what we're done with. Sometimes we have to release what we're done with and get it out of the way so we can be more open to what's around us. It's like it clears our vision so we can see more openly what's around us. And I think that's kind of what this process of this energy was. Last week, I feel like we were getting rid of some old stuff that we didn't need to open us up to bring in what's to come. It'll be interesting to see, but that's my take on this card. Let me know what you think in the comments. Very cool. Well, thank you for joining me for this late night meditation tonight. It felt good to be here in the house. Everybody was in bed. I think it's great when we can do meditation. That's a great message. Thank you. Absolutely, Deborah. Thank you for joining. I think it's great when we can start doing meditation in the places we are often. So whether it's in our house at night or whether it is maybe even practicing meditation in a busy place, or when the dog's growling at the squirrel running by out the window, whatever it is, invite a little bit more of peace into your life through meditation. Thanks for joining me for this late night meditation. And I think on that note, I think we're good. I'm going to sign off. Unless anybody has any questions or thoughts, any ideas. And anybody that's watching the replay, feel free to leave in the comments below what you experienced, or let me know individually if you want, and we can chat about your process. And stay tuned. I am going to be planning that body, mind, relaxation, and reflection. We're going to do that. We're going to do a body, mind, relaxation, and reflection Zoom event. And it's going to be a virtual one, and it's going to be planned maybe this week or early next week. And we're going to relax our body and open up our mind and reflect on what we experience. And it'll be recorded for you to take with you or to have a recording of, and we can continue this work, body, mind, and soul. Very cool. Alrighty. Good night, everybody. Have a uniquely beautiful day tomorrow.